Perspective des Métis en matière d'usage de cannabis, un projet de recherche communautaire. Ce projet a permis d'étudier les habitudes de consommation du cannabis chez les Métis ainsi que les obstacles à l'accès au cannabis à des fins thérapeutiques. Le projet visait à réduire la stigmatisation liée à la consommation de cannabis et à contribuer à l'élaboration d'un cadre de santé mentale et de lutte contre la toxicomanie pour les Métis et d'un cadre de réduction des préjudices pour les Métis. Dirigé par la nation métisse de la Colombie-Britannique, le projet a été soutenu par l'autorité sanitaire intérieure et l'autorité sanitaire phrasée, en Colombie-Britannique. Terry Gillis.
Well, what was really interesting with this project is we sort of set out a survey in the beginning went out to all of the citizens of British Columbia. So, I mean, anybody who is sort of registered as a Métis citizen, whether self-identified or registered, would have received the survey, and we had a huge response back. And what we didn't know at the time was whether cannabis would be seen as positive, negative, neutral, whatever. So it was a great sort of starting point for us to do, and we did a very lengthy survey. It was like an 89 question survey. It was very important for this project to continue to build up research that is really specifically Métis. And that's something that Métis Nation British Columbia or Métis Nation BC, that's one of their goals, is to build a research base that is all about the Métis people.
Les aînés ont travaillé aux côtés de l'équipe de recherche pour lui prodiguer des conseils et s'assurer qu'elle travaillait dans de bonnes conditions. Leur présence a été essentielle pour les participants et l'équipe de recherche, car elle a permis d'ancrer les informations dans la réalité et de tenir compte de la culture et des traditions, en apportant un autre point de vue sur le monde. Je ne sais pas vraiment qui je suis, j'essaie d'en savoir plus sur mon héritage et ma culture maintenant que je suis adulte. Participant à l'enquête. En apprenant à connaître cette culture et en essayant d'y situer mes ancêtres, j'apprends à avancer sainement et à combler un vide dans ma vie. Participant à l'enquête.
Overall, we received 1,300 responses back, which is huge. And from that, we narrowed it down to the completed surveys, which ended up being like 1,213. We had scheduled 5 dialogue sessions over 5 months, so to happen every 3 weeks. From January to May. And we started with 12 people in that group, and eventually by I think the second or third session, we were down to 9, and then we had 9 for the remainder. So as you can imagine, we were thrilled, but then we went, oh my goodness, look at the data we've got now, which is wonderful, which was the whole point of this project. What we've learned is that there's sort of an overwhelming desire that people want to learn more about cannabis and how it can be used positively in a therapeutic manner, or how it can be used in conjunction with more Western medicine like pharmaceutical prescriptions, that kind of thing. And that was sort of the overriding message, is that people are interested in learning more, and are those who do use cannabis primarily use it therapeutically versus recreationally.
Le cannabis peut être utilisé à des fins médicinales et peut constituer une bonne solution de rechange aux produits pharmaceutiques, mais le fait d'être immergé dans la culture et les médecines traditionnelles plutôt que de consommer du cannabis et des produits pharmaceutiques comporte de nombreux avantages et bénéfices. Frère Henri.
I think the greatest challenge was not being able to go into the communities. So we actually, because of COVID, we weren't met with community challenges because we weren't able to go into the communities. So whether there would have been challenges or not, I'm not sure. But one of the key components of the project had been to try and meet with people in the community and bring MNBC to them in a different way. And obviously that wasn't able to happen. So I guess it's sort of a challenge that never was, but as a result was a challenge, because it would have been lovely to be able to go into communities and talk to people in person and meet with elders and get their feedback in every community. And it just wasn't viable.
Au-delà des discussions sur le cannabis, les aînés de ce groupe m'ont beaucoup appris. Il y est question d'adaptation, de connexion et de l'importance de la communauté et des cérémonies tenant compte de la culture. Participant à l'enquête.
The majority of people in this process, from survey to questionnaire to dialogue sessions, they use cannabis for a really specific purpose. There was always a purpose for it. And in some cases, it was recreationally to sort of end the week on a Friday. But more often than not, the sort of the impetus on it was to reduce pain, to help sleep, to reduce anxiety, to reduce depression. You know, all of those things that were very purpose-driven. And that, I think, was, you know, continued to be a bit of a surprise for me, is that it was seen in such a positive light.
Donc, après une longue journée de travail, quand je rentre chez moi pour fumer quelques joints afin de décompresser, j'ai l'impression de prendre une vitamine plutôt que de boire une bière. Participant à l'enquête. Je comprends mieux pourquoi les gens consomment du cannabis maintenant. Participant à l'enquête. Je préfère de loin la médecine naturelle à base de plantes aux pilules. Je crois que la meilleure médecine nous est fournie par notre mère la Terre. Participant à l'enquête. La Commission de la santé mentale du Canada, commissionsantémentale.ca. Les points de vue exprimés dans le présent document représentent uniquement ceux de l'équipe de recherche. La production du présent document a été rendue possible grâce aux travaux de recherche sur le cannabis et la santé mentale de la CSMC et à la contribution financière de Santé Canada.